Take a deep breath. Let's settle into this yummy energy and have some fun with our guides today. I don't know if you noticed in the email I sent you that in the video I just posted, when I got to the end of it, I mean, we're talking about this heavy topic of addiction. Get to the end and the angels start singing "You've Got a Friend," which was just so wonderful and amazing. I wish that you guys could hear what I was hearing because it was awesome. But they like to bring in music, so we might get a little music today as well. I think we're ready to start. So welcome everybody to the December 2021, last month of the year, Ask Your Guides VIP event. So glad that you could be here to join us. Bringing your collective energy to our circle always makes it more powerful and more wonderful. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for being present, bringing that energy. So let's just do a little opening with the guides and see what they want to share with us before we dive into your questions. So just close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths. Let's just ask what they would like to share with us this morning. As you know, the solstice is approaching, so the energies are building. They've already been pretty high as it is, but now they're building again into a new crescendo for the solstice. So we're going to ride that roller coaster a bit more into the end of the year. So Metatron just wants you to know that hang on tight, trust your angels, keep breathing. Try to focus on staying on your feet because it is a bumpy ride right now and there's more bumps. We're not done with that. But beautiful sunny skies are ahead on the horizon. We are moving towards a better day, getting out of these dark clouds that we've been immersed in for so many months now. And even in the midst of the dark clouds, know that your angels surround you. They are in this circle, your inner circle of angels stand around you. And when things get really tough, they move in even closer so that their bodies are literally touching yours. And you're in this enclosed circle of angels. And they are emitting to you all this vital force energy, divine love and light to lift you up, to help you get through the rough times. So know that you can lean on them whenever you need. Don't hesitate to ask. Even the most trivial thing is not too trivial for your angels. That is their very purpose, to serve you. So ask, ask, and ask again. What else would you like to share with us today? They're just getting warmed up with their ta-ra-ra boom DAs that they like to sing and telling us to have a good time. So we're going to have a good time. All right. So let's just start at the top. Tulin or Tulin, unmute yourself. Tell me how to say your name.
Tulin.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your question?
Hello, Deborah. So in the last year, during the last year, I've been coaching people, spiritually. I've been answering their questions. I've been guiding them as much as I can. I've been sharing my insights and so on. I've been doing anything regarding spirituality, basically. And recently, I realized that I don't want to be in this limited space anymore because I'm serving only my people. I'm from Turkey, by the way. I'm serving only my people, and this is not exactly, that's how I feel at least, this is not exactly what I want to keep doing. I want to, yes, I have the spiritual side. It's, every day of my life is full of the spiritual thing, I want to call the thing. And I want to go out of this a little bit. I want to ground, and I want to do more than this. Of course, I want to use my spiritual point of view, use my spiritual insights to guide people still. But I want to add something on it. So recently, I realized there's another path showing up for me, and it is not as spiritual as this, but it requires my spiritual experience, my spiritual knowledge and insights, and everything I gained so far in this journey, and everything I will keep gaining, everything I will keep experiencing. And this is about reaching people worldwide, not just my people, not just my country. And I first thought I could, keep on doing this and build up that. I hope you know what I mean. But yesterday something came up and I was like, I want to leave this behind. Not need, but I feel like I don't want to do this anymore. I don't know. That's why I'm here. Normally, it's easy to guide other people and channel messages for them, but when it comes to me, I cannot detach from it. I cannot detach from those expectations. So I need guidance. Is it good for me to move on to that new path where I can do much more for other people in different areas also?
Yeah, well, it's always hard when you're asking for yourself or your family because you know them and you can't be as objective. So that's perfectly normal. And it's good that you came to ask. But I think you know the answer. If you're excited about this, don't limit yourself and stay in the box. It's calling to you. It's calling to your soul to step out of that box, to be more, to do more. And you say it's not as spiritual as what you're doing, but that's a judgment. Is that really true? If you're being called to a higher purpose, then what's more spiritual than that?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Does that answer your question?
I understand what you're saying, but just I want to ask like this, and I crave for a yes or no answer for this. I'm sorry, but
okay.
Is it really for my highest good to go, move on with that path, that, leaving this?
Yeah, well, remembering it's always about what feeds your soul.
Yeah.
And what you've described, that's going to feed your soul more than what you're doing. You've been there, you've done that. That was your stepping stone. But let's just ask, so for Talene, would it be the optimal choice to take this new opportunity on the higher path? Yeah. Very definitive yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now I feel relieved. Thank you, Deborah.
You're so
Thank
welcome.
you, everyone. Yeah.
Okay, Natalia. You were asked to be more active in an international trauma psych organization, which can include supervising interns at the UN. And you were just asked a week ago, so you don't know if it's part of your soul mission. All right, so for Natalia, I see you there. Hi. Is it an optimal choice for Natalia to take this new opportunity? That's in the middle. It's neither yes nor no, Natalia. So there are some pieces to this that haven't fallen into place yet. How do you feel about it? Do you feel drawn to it? Does it excite you?
In the middle right now.
Yeah, so that's the answer I'm getting. You haven't decided yet, and it's always your choice. Mm-hmm. Even though it might be an amazing opportunity, it might not be the right one for you. So give it a little more time. Don't rush.
Okay. Until
you make up your mind, we're not going to get a definitive answer because it's your choice. It's not your guide's choice.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Nicole. Good morning, beautiful soul. What is your question?
Good morning. Pardon me, I'm at kids' sports again.
That's okay.
A very sweet friend recently told me that I'm from Sirius, and she gave me a book, and I'm just wondering, what is there for me to pursue there? I just love to hear my guide's message about that.
Okay. So for Nicole, is she from Sirius originally? I get a yes on that. So is there something that you want her to know about Sirius? And what they're saying is that, Nicole, when you go into meditation, you can actually ask to travel to Sirius, to meet the people, to see the planet, to get a feel for it. And when you do that, I just recently learned this new word, bilocation. You're actually bilocating. So while it might feel like a dream, it's not. You are really energetically traveling there. So
very cool.
Yeah. And when you do it in the beginning, it might feel a little shaky. You don't have the confidence to really trust what you're getting, but just go with the flow. Be upbeat and happy in that exploring kind of energy, just allow them to show you what it's all about and to share with you the greater purpose that you as a Sirian brought to Earth, because there was something there. There's a reason that you incarnated here as opposed to your own planet.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
Does that help?
It does. It does. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
Thank you.
Sydney, are
I'm
you
here.
back?
I wasn't gone. I just couldn't unmute myself.
Okay. Yeah,
Thank
sometimes
you.
that happens. You're welcome.
I haven't had the courage to step into my collage work. And so I just need to know if the collage work and the silk screening work, if that's really the direction to put my energies as opposed to a computer job, and if the collage work, yes, is there any guidance about how to get going? Does it mean Instagram and Facebook? Does it mean just reaching out to friends, charging minimally in the beginning and then going forward? So that's the collage psychic readings.
Okay. And in the beginning, you said that you didn't have the courage.
You know, for years, I love and adore doing the work, and it's really channeled work. And I just haven't stepped into it to connect with other people and bring the work to other people.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, what's the block? Just me or something else?
Okay. So for Sydney, is it optimal for her to shift into doing the channel collage work? Yeah, but you knew that. You're just afraid. And here's the thing, Sydney. I'm seeing a bridge. So they're saying you don't just abandon everything you're doing to bring in income to pay the bills. You slowly work into this side gig and to allow it to build over time. But knowing that it's channeled, that it's sacred work, your heart and soul are calling you to do it. It has to be successful. That's the energy that's there. Your angels will step up and help you in any way they can. So do you go on social media? Do you reach out to friends? All of the above. You know, explore all of those options that are out there. It's about getting the word out to as broad an audience as possible, letting them see, feel, experience the work so that they will be drawn to it and want to work with you. But you got to be seen and heard before that can happen.
Great. Okay. Thank you.
Does that take care of your question?
Yeah, I just need to do it. You know, that's the only thing, right? I'm the one who has to do it. What's that?
Do it with joy. Step into that joyful, excited energy, because that will encode itself into the work and make it more magnetic for people.
Yeah, it has its own energy. And yes, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. So like a booth at a psychic fair or, you know, a show of some sort would be a really cool place to meet a lot of people and let them get a feel for it if that's a possibility.
Interesting. Okay. Great. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Okay, Riosr, R-I-O-S-R. You want to know if there's any messages from your guides. You're just beginning your awakening journey and you'd like some wisdom and guidance. So can you just tell me how to say your name?
Sorry, that's my last name and first initial. So it's Rios R. So my name's Becky.
Becky, okay. So for Becky, what can you tell Becky about her journey? Any guidance this early stage? And they're saying, oh, honey, you're further along than you think you are. You've been working out on this before you were conscious of it, because your soul and your angels have been working in the background. So take away the judgment about where you are on the journey and just enjoy the journey. They're inviting you to step forward. They're going to take you by your hands. They're going to lead you skipping. And I'm seeing you like in a Disney movie with butterflies flitting around you and, you know, that animated like grass and plants. And it's very beautiful. And you're kind of looking like Alice in Wonderland. There you are. And they're leading you forward into your wonderland. That's really cool.
Wow.
Yeah. So just let loose and let go, flow with it. Don't put must, should haves, all of that stuff on yourself. Let that go and just flow with the energy. Make choices that feel good. Those are always the best choices. Feel it in your solar plexus and always choose the one that feels the very best. And if you find that after a little while, it's not what you thought it would be, you're disappointed, let it go. Choose the next thing that feels good. Just keep doing that. And as you're doing that, your vibrational frequency is slowly going up, which is preparing you for the shift into the new fourth dimensional energy. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Deborah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Dee, you said good morning. Did you have a question? Is Dee there?
Yes, I just typed it into the bottom of the chat.
Oh, okay. Well, I got you here. So.
Oh, okay. Well, this is Yolanda Morris. You read me yesterday.
Oh, Yolanda, hi.
Hi. And my question was, when you told me that I was a parallel, and I was just wondering, do I currently know any other parallels, or how would I attract other parallels to me?
Well, remember they're rare, so there aren't that many around, but let's just ask the question.
Okay.
So for Yolanda, are there any parallels presently in her life? No. Are there any like on the fringes nearby? It's kind of like they must be quite far on the fringes. They're not close enough to show up as, you know, really being there. Is it highly likely that she will meet other parallels on her journey? Yes, you will at some point. So part of this for you, Yolanda, is when you tune in and you start connecting, because remember, you're going to start downloading information about the parallel reality. And
okay.
Once you start doing that, it's going to charge up your energy. So other parallels will have an easier time of recognizing you.
Okay. Oh, good.
Yeah. And ask your angels to point you towards others.
Okay.
You can do that as well. So it's like, you ask your angels questions, just let your imagination go and ask anything, even if it sounds really wild and crazy. And they will help you in whatever way they can. But yeah, you can absolutely connect with others. It's just, remember, they are rare, so there aren't that many out there.
Okay, well, I bought the 21-day challenge book, so I'm waiting for it to come. So I'll give it a try. Thank you.
That will help you a lot. You're so welcome. And Yolanda, I want to introduce you to Mike. You might see his name up there. Mike, Yolanda is interested in pranic healing. So maybe
yes, please.
You guys can connect.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome. It's serendipity. You're both here.
I'll send her a link.
Thank you, Mike. Awesome.
Thank you.
So Laura, good morning. What's your question?
Good morning. I'm just checking in, just seeing if my guides have any advice or anything to say.
Okay. So for Laura, what do you want to share this morning? I'm seeing you pulling this big load like a sled that they might pull in Alaska. And it's cold, but it's not Alaska. But you're pulling it up this big hill and you're putting in a lot of effort. It's really, really work. And you're just, you're putting everything into it and you're trudging one step at a time up this hill. And your guides are there flitting around you and saying, hey, Laura, why don't you ask us to help you? Because they'll help you. They'll get behind, they'll push the sled, they'll lift it up, take you both right up over the top of the hill. You don't have to put in so much effort. That's what they want you to know. Does that make sense?
Yes. I do ask my guides. I say a prayer every morning, asking them to be able to help me in all ways. So are they saying that I need to be more specific throughout the day? That one in the morning isn't enough?
Yeah, you've got to be specific, because then it's not your free choice. If they're just saying, oh, we think this is a good thing, we're going to do it for Laura.
Okay.
So when you're generic like that, you're not actually giving them guidance about what you want them to do.
Got it. Thank you.
Ask any specifics you can think of. Again, it doesn't matter how trivial they seem or how mammoth they seem. Turn it over to them. You know, Abraham talks about it. Turn it over to your manager. And it's the same thing. This is your team. They're there to serve you. Give them the tasks and let them work on it.
Wonderful. Thanks, Deborah.
You're
Thanks.
welcome. Okay, Mike. Good morning. What's your question?
Good morning. I just want to have ask for any guidance that comes along, because things have gotten simpler, and now I'm still got some issues.
Okay. So for Mike, what would you like to share today? Oh, we're getting this cartoon theme going on here because I'm seeing you like the little birds chirping and flying around you and the butterfly. There's a boat, there's a lake, and it's like you're standing there trying to decide if you want to get on that boat or not. And they're beckoning you saying, come on, Mike, let's go have some fun. So you're climbing into the boat, and I guess it's more like a river because you're kind of floating downstream. Yeah, that's it. They want you to float downstream. Stop struggling so much, because once you climb into that boat, the current is going to gently carry you down. And you've got your bird companions who are going to serenade you as you're on that journey. It's going to be so beautiful. And the angels will also be all around. In fact, they're going to climb in the boat with you. So make room. And there you are having a conversation with your angels in this boat as you're gently flowing downstream. Does that make sense?
It could. Yeah. Okay.
Good.
Well, you know, it's like the symbolism, you're not always sure what it means deeply, but my eyes are open and I'll look and see.
Well, with that thing that is feeling challenging that you're struggling with, focus on how you could stop struggling with that and just allow it to be taken care of by your angels rather than you having to push through and do all that effort.
Okay.
It's more of that.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yes. Of course you do, always. Thank you. Happy
You
holiday to
for
all.
You too. But for you and everybody, you know, sometimes the answers do seem a little lightweight and not concrete enough. When that happens, it's perfectly okay to say, you know, I need a little more. I do that all the time. It's like, come on, you're joshing me, right? This is just not enough. I need something I can hold on to. So it's always okay to ask for more.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Rachel, good morning. What's your question?
Hi, Deborah. Sorry, trying to find the mute button. Can I ask two, well, really just yes and no questions?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the first is my soulmate gonna come in the next couple of months?
You can ask that, but it's not the wisest choice, Rachel.
I don't know how to ask it. You can rephrase it.
Because they've told you several times that yes, this person is on the way. But the more you keep questioning, that's the energy of I don't believe and I'm not allowing and I'm pushing away.
Yeah. Okay, understood.
It's when you relax and allow them to come, that's when they're going to show up. So it's about living your life the fullest every day and stop worrying about when. When is not your business. When is up to your guides to work out all the details to bring you together.
Yeah, and that goes for my YouTube channel as well. It's somebody else on this call, Deborah, and this is what you're saying, live your life to the fullest. You mentioned joy, and it just sparked something in me. Like, I feel I'm not enjoying. So I don't know if my guides have anything to say, like, how can I have more joy in my life? I don't feel it.
Okay, let's ask about that. So for Rachel, what's going on with this joy? What's blocking her from experiencing more joy? They're saying it's all the worrying and fretting about when this is going to happen and when that is going to happen. When you turn that over and you trust your team to take care of the details, you don't have to worry about when. You will just know that it's going to come in the perfect timing. And you wouldn't want it before the perfect timing, because then it wouldn't work out to the fullest that you can expect to get. So allow them to do the timing. You don't worry about that. Meanwhile, in each and every day, you do those things that feel really wonderful, that lift you up. That's where the joy is. But you're robbing yourself of that with all the fretting and worrying, second guessing.
I'm just having a very hard time where I am right now to find things that I really enjoy, and it's really getting to me.
And this is different, right? Because you've had more joy in previous places.
Yes, and it's just been too long now, like months, that I am really in places in the middle of nowhere with nobody, and I need people in my life. I need something to give me joy and energy, and it's just not. So I'm struggling with the environment and struggling with finding joy in myself. And I don't want to blame the environment, but it's just getting to me.
So it sounds like you're being called to be a little more discerning about the placements that you take.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Because you're choosing places that turn out not to make you happy.
Oh,
so now you've learned what you don't want. Focus on what you do want. Let your guides take care of it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
and
for
put that
sure.
into your request. When you ask them, hey, I want a placement that's got people so I can get out and experience joy. Let them take care of those details for you.
Yeah, for sure.
And then
all right,
the other thing, because you're in the middle of that commitment, you probably just can't abandon it. So ask them to help you find ways to be joyful while you're there. And then, you know, not to look at it as a drag, because time is going to slow down to a crawl and you're going to be more miserable. So it's like every day, it's incumbent upon you to find a way to bring in a little bit of joy. That will help the time to move faster. You'll feel better. It will shift your energy so that you're in a better place for the next time when you move.
Yeah. So I can ask every day. I can just wake up and just have the intention of, or asking my guides for finding something with joy, or something like that.
Joyful into my path today.
Oh, that's a great idea.
It's a very simple request, but you can ask that.
Yeah.
And if you want to tell them what would be joyful, that's okay too. More detail. It's good to be broad to allow them to work out all the ins and outs, but sometimes you want to be a little more specific.
Yeah. And then, the second thing I wanted to mention, but this is really something, I don't know if you have an answer, yes or no, but it's somebody's in my life, and it's a really dear friend, and she's making my life miserable because she's making a request of some paperwork that she's just really, she's just getting to me. And maybe it's the same line of, I don't know. I just want to know if she's going to calm down and just leave me alone, because she's just really asking for some requests and some paperwork, and I just can't do it right now.
Well, this is an opportunity for you to explore boundaries, because if she's making you that miserable, that's taking you off of your path. That's contributing to not feeling joy.
Yeah.
So why are you letting her, right? You can stop. You can just say no.
Because it is she's doing me a favor, and now she wants to stop it, and I just can't move countries one day to the next. So
you decide what you want. You have to make a decision about what you want, and then set boundaries. What will you tolerate? What won't you tolerate? So when you look at it as an opportunity to figure out more of what you do want, then it gets more fun, gets your creative juices flowing. How can I resolve this situation in a way that I'll feel good about? Don't tell yourself I can't, because that's never the right.
No.
It's always how can I? So how can I resolve this situation in a way that's satisfactory? And then ask your guides to help open your eyes to what the possibilities are.
I need to ask my guides.
They're probably sending them to you, but you're blocked them because you have this fixed idea of what it should be. There is no should. It's always
okay. I'm definitely going to ask my guides for guidance. So that's what I'm going to do for sure. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Peggy, you want to hear any message that your guides or angels have for you? Okay. So if you want to unmute yourself, that's great. So for Peggy, what would you like to share with her today? I'm seeing this big brown circle that's like mud. So what are you talking about? Like a mud bath or something? That sounds ridiculous, but that's just the only thing that's coming right now. No, it's not a mud bath. It's something brown. Do you have like dark painted walls in your house, like dark brown? Because I'm seeing this dark brown. So what is the dark brown about?
I have no clue.
Oh, it's like it's right in front of your eyes, Peggy. So if it's not physically walls, then it's energetically walls that you've erected. So there's this big brown wall that is blocking your progress. So what can you tell us about this wall? They're saying it's an illusion. It's not really there. And they're saying it's like the stuff of nightmares. So it's time to let go of it. Whatever that thing is that you're afraid of that's keeping you from moving forward, it's time to release that because it's an illusion. It's not actually true. So your guides are coming in and they're just picking it up and removing it. It's gone. It's not there anymore. So whatever you felt was holding you back, it's gone. They've removed it. Now it's up to you. What will you do next? Does that make sense?
Yes. I've been feeling stuck. I got hit by a car.
Was it a brown
on my
car?
way to a real car. I was walking across the street to my job one morning in 2018 in January. I got hit by a car. When I woke up, I was like a pancake flattened in the street. They were checking my pulse to even see if I was alive. And since then, I've been feeling stuck, like I can't move forward on anything.
Yeah, I feel that energy. It's like the wind was knocked out of you and all of your faith and trust about things working out for you got flattened.
Yeah.
And that's not true. That's the illusion, Peggy.
Okay.
That was just a momentary blip in your life. And if you choose to believe that you've been permanently flattened, then that will be your truth. If instead you choose to believe that, hey, I am this amazing soul, I can pop right back up, my guides are going to help me, and I can move forward on my soul journey and figure out what the heck did I come here for and what do I want to do? Focus on that. What do you want to do? What brings you joy? Lean into joy as much as possible. That will help you to bounce back. It's that
and I feel so drained all the time. When I go into work, I like, we've been working from home for 2 years. Mm-hmm. And I've been working in the legal field for over 40 years. But I don't want to do it anymore. It's just draining. It takes all of my energy.
So what do you want to do?
I want to help people.
Okay.
But I don't feel that I'm making a difference here anymore. So I want to do something else.
What is the thing that lights you up that just feels wonderful? And it doesn't have to be a job, anything at all.
Just listening to people. People are drawn to me for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. They constantly talk to me about their issues and their problems, and I seem to help them with whatever I say to them. But I've always had this knack to do this. Mm-hmm. When I was 6, I started hearing someone talk to me in my right ear constantly, telling me to do things. I know things without really knowing how I know them.
Yeah.
About people. I don't even know what this is.
Well, it's your psychic ability. Everybody has it. And yours has just been active for a really long time. It's an invitation for you, Peggy, to step forward and use that gift in a way that brings you joy and helps other people. You just said that's what you want. So here's what's coming up. Facilitator. I'm hearing facilitator. So you've got some kind of legal expertise. There are a lot of people out there who are needing help with various things. Perhaps you could be that middle person who helps them through facilitating legal documents, whatever it is that's holding them back, connecting them to the resources they need to move forward out of where they're stuck. Because you know all about being stuck.
Yeah.
And you've got these people coming to you. They're being drawn to you because that's your energy. The energy that emits from you is healing energy. They feel that and they come to you. They're waiting for you to do something. Now, that doesn't mean you have to do anything, but if you want to, you would be very good at that. So what's out there for you? And maybe you're going to create something brand new that doesn't exist yet. Think about that. How could you take what you already know? Because it's always about taking the resources you already have, the skills you already have, and then channeling them and piping them forward into your new, unique way of being.
Yeah,
So
my daughter and I
let your imagination flow with that.
We were just discussing this morning, and I was telling her I was going to tap into your program at 11 this morning. And I said, you know, I can't, every time it's time for me to go back into the office, my office just moved to new offices and I had to go in on Monday. And the night before, I could not sleep at all. I said, every time I have to go in here, I feel like I have anxiety that I don't even want to cross the threshold.
It's oppressive.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah.
That is the word. It's very oppressive. It's very oppressive energy everywhere you look. And I see other people, they just look depressed when they walk in the door. And I feel it. I feel all of this energy around me. And it's just like, oh my God, I got to get out of this place.
Yeah.
It's like I feel everybody else's energy around me.
So do whatever you can to get out of there as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
I've been looking for a new job.
Yeah. But meanwhile, on the side, you can start looking around and experimenting with this new opportunity you're going to be offering to people, and let that start percolating. You might find that it really goes fast and you're able just to jump into it and do it very quickly. Like years ago, when my husband and I bought our first house, you know, we were young, we didn't have the money they want you to have to put down. And it turns out there was this nonprofit organization in the neighborhood called Neighbors Helping Neighbors. They worked it out, got us some kind of newfangled dangled loan that we were able to qualify, and bam, we had a house. That is such a vital service. And there are many needs out there like that to help people these days.
Yeah.
With disasters, with finances, with housing, all kinds of things. So it's what would bring you the most joy.
Yeah, anything I can do to help someone else. I've taken in so many people to help them. I have a young lady and her 3 boys living with me right now. I live in a 4-bedroom house. My kids are grown. My oldest is 47. My son is 38. My baby is 29. So my kids are grown. I've raised my kids. I'm here on an acre of land in a 4-bedroom house by myself. And I took her in and her 3 boys. So yeah, and I have my oldest grandson with me. So yeah, I help people wherever I can.
Yeah, so what you're describing is kind of like what a social worker would do, right? So
yeah.
Do you have the qualifications that you could get a job in that field?
I have 2 degrees in communications. That's just what I do. I'm a communicator. I communicate with everyone on all kinds of levels. I take all kind of training classes.
Think out of the box. Don't look for jobs in the same vein that you have been doing them. Look for other opportunities, because my husband is a social worker. You know, there are people who work with him who got the job, but they didn't have a social work degree, but they hired them anyway because they were a good fit. They had the skills.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to look to jobs that you don't necessarily have the specific degree for.
Okay.
Right now it's a employees market. There are so many jobs out there.
Yeah.
So don't sit there.
I put out 12 resumes just this week to nonprofits, to like AARP, to other organizations that help people.
That's perfect. Doing that. And ask your angels to help your resume get to the absolute perfect opportunity.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah,
I'll do
but
that.
You're already doing it, Peggy. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm trying. I just know that come January 3rd, we're supposed to go in full time again to work, and that's not going to work for me.
Yeah. So tell your angels that I can't go back there. Don't want to
Yeah.
go back there. Not can't, don't want to. So I need you to step up and help me find something before that. They can do
Yeah.
that. Miracles happen every day.
Okay. Thank you so much, Debbie.
Yeah.
I
What
appreciate
you needed though, Peggy, was the resiliency. And I'm seeing you like being blown up like a balloon. So you needed to be revived. Your faith,
Yeah.
and your trust in your team. That's what you were missing.
Okay. Okay. I still hear these voices though. What are they trying to tell me most of the time? Are they giving me messages for other people? What's going on?
It depends. Depends on what they are. Feel it when it comes through, or ask them, you know, is this for me or is it for somebody else? If you're with
Yeah.
somebody else when you get
I
them.
kind of know when it's for me, I think, because they're specific.
Yeah. So there you
The
go. You
messages
already
are
know.
very specific.
It's again, you're not trusting. More trust. That's what you're needing.
Oh no, I listen when they tell me. Trust me, when they give me very specific things about me, I listen very intently and I do what they tell me to do. They tell me to do certain things.
If something comes through while you're talking to somebody else, it's probably for them.
Yes.
That's one way you can know.
Yes.
So
And
practice with that and come back next month and let us know how it's going.
One other question. Am I like an empath? Because I feel other people, I can walk into a room and I can tell you when somebody's been arguing.
Yeah.
Or when
you're picking up, you're reading the energy. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. You're a highly sensitive person.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, Cap. Welcome back. What's your question today?
Hi, Debbie. Hi, Deborah. And hi,
Deborah,
everybody.
thank you.
Well, as I move forward with the filing of divorce, I feel torn between two voices. The one that's been pushing me for months says that I'm being deceived and I need to step up and do what's best for me, fight for what is right. And the second voice says that this stepping up means betraying the one who's been deceiving me. And then there is this push that now is the time, and a pull that says slow down. Like, what do my guides say? Is divorce the right course of action for me? Is now the time? Why do I feel so divided about this?
Well, the voice that's pushing back is probably ego, but let's just ask your guides. So for Cap, is now the optimal time to file her papers? Yes. So divorce is her optimal choice right now. Yes, yes, and yes. And it's feeling like the sooner the better. You've got to get out of that energy and start building your new life.
Okay, so speaking of
wheels.
Yeah. Speaking of building a new life, is there a relocation in near future? And if so, where to?
Okay. So for Cap, would relocation soon be a wise choice? Yeah, I'm seeing you like in a speedy car getting away really quickly. Get the hell out of there, Cap. That's what they're saying. The sooner the better.
I mean, I moved out of the same house, but the lease runs out in another year or so from where I am right now. Do I move out of this state where I am right now? Like location wise, where should I be heading? I'm so lost with everything right now.
So would it be wise for Cap to move to a different state? Yes. So do you have choices that you're considering?
I would love to go to California. I have always loved the West Coast. I am in the East Coast right now. And obviously, money is a big concern for me. Unless that's addressed, I am really stuck in one place.
Yeah. So would the West Coast be a wise choice for Cap? Yeah, because it feels like the sunshine and the fresh air is going to just revive you. You've been through so much. As far as the money, yeah, it's a challenge. But remember, you're reaching out and you're asking for help from your angels, from all the resources that you can find. There's always a way. It's just keep asking until it shows up, trusting that it will show up.
I'm also getting this nudge that says to start an art-focused YouTube channel. Is that message from my guides, or is it all in my head?
Okay. So for Cap, would it be a wise idea to start an art-focused YouTube channel? If it brings you joy, yes. If you're expecting it's going to take off and be wildly successful right away, you might have to manage those expectations, because usually it takes some time.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm understanding is for me to be able to sell my art, I need some amount of visibility.
Yes.
And so how would I do that other than YouTube? YouTube is just only one possibility.
Well, you know, there are street events where you can put up a booth very inexpensively and display your art, especially on the West Coast. They do that a lot because they have that great weather. There are, you know, like festivals and things that are indoors where you can display your art, talk to people. Just keep looking for opportunities and know that your guides are going to help you. Ask them to bring those opportunities into your path. Okay. Maybe you, collaboration. Yeah, maybe you find another artist that you can collaborate with and do something jointly. So be open to all the possibilities. Don't close any doors.
Okay. Well, that helps. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. With the picture that they're giving me, it's like this river flowing downstream, and then all of a sudden it branches off into all these tributaries. So it's very abundant, right? It's spreading out. It's covering a wider area of land. So be like those tributaries and just flow. Allow it to go out into all those places where there are openings for you.
It's I mean, I'm like right now dumbfounded, because what you just described, that is a dream I have had recently. Like this,
that's awesome.
Water coming down and then spreading in all different channels.
Yeah, it's really beautiful the way it's spreading out. It's like veins is what it reminds me of.
Yes,
it's like veins in the body, and it's so lifeblood, right? Veins.
Yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Well, thank you so much. As always, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Becky, did you already ask a question, or is this a different Becky? Must be a different one, because this.
I think this is.
Yeah.
I'm right here.
Hi.
So I've been working really hard on my own healing and doing some deep trauma work, and I'm wondering how I can best move forward with staying grounded here in the present, making my future much different from the past, without getting pulled into old beliefs again.
Okay. So for Becky, what can you share with her about moving forward and releasing the old beliefs? They're showing me, like, you know how a locomotive couples with the cars behind it, and then they have to do all this stuff to decouple it? Mm-hmm. So it's like cutting cords, right?
Uh-huh.
You intentionally cut those cords, and you might see it like the locomotive letting it go, because what happens once the locomotive lets go of that huge load it's been carrying, it's free and it can just go on the tracks and have a really great time without all of that obligation that's been holding it back.
Is there any specific practice I can do, or maybe an intention moving through the holiday season in the new year?
To let go of that, or for something else?
I think like as I move forward in my current life, as I let go, like what does the new life look like? How can I stay there?
Well, you're creating it. It's not there yet. So it's, what do you want to do? It's always about what you want. Then they will help you to achieve it. So what would be the thing that would bring you the most joy, that would feed your soul? That's what you're always leaning into. And sometimes you don't know what that is until you try it. So it's like, okay, this looks really cool. I'm going to try this for a while. So you do that. And if you love it, great. If not, try something else, let it go quickly and move on. Just keep doing that. It's like going to a buffet. You've got all these beautiful choices laid out before you. So you just start trying them until you find the one that just, oh my gosh, I could have this forever and I would die happy.
Thank you very much.
It's up to you to experiment, test, and find out what is that thing that feeds your soul. You'll know it when you find it.
Okay.
It will feel like nothing else. And you would want to do it all day, every day, forever.
That will help with the uncoupling process.
Yeah, because you're going to be so in tune with whatever this thing is that you'll just let all the other stuff go. But also intentionally, just say a prayer. I, Becky, intend to release, and list them out, and then transmute them by divine light. You know, you can put any words to that you want. You can write something fancy. You can do something very simple. It's totally up to you, because it's all about your intention and your energy as you say it. Does that make sense?
It does. Thank you.
You're welcome. So keep us posted on how you're doing with that.
Okay.
And welcome.
Thank you.
Roberta, is it possible to hear a message from your guides and angels, especially about your pets and son? Okay. So Roberta, what message do you have for Roberta? I'm feeling this really warm, fuzzy feeling, Roberta, like you're being wrapped into this really luxurious blanket. And it's just so soft and so lovely, so soothing. So it feels like it's about comforting you. It's bringing you comfort, letting you know that you are so taken care of. All of your needs are being met by your team. They want you to know that. So they're saying, Roberta, when you have those times when you're really feeling down and I'm seeing you crying, they come to you and they wrap you in this beautiful blanket of love and light, filling you up with vital force energy to recharge your soul so that you can move forward. And there are times when you feel like you're just flat out on the floor, but know that they're picking you up, pumping you back up with that energy. They are never going to abandon you, always there. You can take that to the bank, trust it, always, always, always. Does that make sense, Roberta?
Okay. Yes, it absolutely makes sense. My my beautiful 13-year-old or almost 13-year-old dog just crossed over 2 days ago. So yeah, it's nice to hear the comfort.
Yeah. And know that you can still talk to your dog. And the other thing about it is when our pets cross over and we're in that moment when we're just crying and we miss them so much, imagine that your pet is right there on your lap beside you, that you're stroking them, whatever feels good to you, and know that that's real. Because as soon as you call out and ask them to come, they're there. Just believe that
it definitely feels like she's around. That's 100% for sure.
So feel free, close your eyes, put your hand out and just stroke her the way you did when she was with you physically, right? Know that that is real. Allow that to bring you comfort. She'll come anytime you ask her to come until you've healed enough where you don't need her to come. And then she'll go off and do what they do when they cross over. It's okay to call her.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Give yourself that healing.
Thanks.
Lou, do your guides have any tangible suggestions for how to proceed forward spiritually? There's lots of amazing options and you're stuck with doubt. Do you want to offer specifics about these opportunities and we can ask yes or no questions about them? Or do you just want something general?
Something general is fine. You know, what I mean is like, I feel like I'm stumbling around in the dark and there's so many points of light and I can go to any of them and it's all open. And I just, when there's too many options, you're like, I don't know.
Yes.
Like that.
Yeah. Okay. So that brings us back to the metaphor of the buffet or the kid in the candy store. Go along the buffet, acknowledge all those things that are so wonderful that you see, but then sample them until you find the one that is the very best and then go with that. So on the one hand, you want to be in a state of gratitude that you have been presented this abundance of opportunity, but you've got to go through that win and win out process where you figure out which is the one you want.
Okay.
So physically, if you take each choice one at a time, feel it in your solar plexus. It's like you run it through your body, right? Let your solar plexus guide you to the one that feels the very best. And then when you get down to, maybe you've winnowed it down to 2 or 3 choices, but you're still not sure, flip a coin, pick one, go. Because the worst thing you can do is to stay stuck, not making a choice. That's when energy shuts down and life gets harder. So narrow it down as much as you can, then do something, take that action. Then pause and assess it. Is this what I like? Am I happy? And if not, choose something else quickly. Don't stay there.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Because you're one of those souls that creates this abundance of choices for yourself because you've learned all these things and you've gathered all these skills, which presents that new challenge of not wanting to rule anything out, right?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Jenny, good morning. What's your question?
Just had to get unmuted. It looks like Mark and I are going to need to make a move for his health. And I just wonder what our guides say about the optimal time in terms of selling our house and beginning to look for a new one.
Okay. So for Jenny, when is the optimal time to put her house on the market? Would it be in 2021? No. Okay. That's good because that would really make you rush. Okay. Would it be in 2022? It's a big maybe. All right. What about 2023? Yeah, that feels more positive. Okay. So would it be, trying to figure out how to ask the question. Would they have a less successful result if they did it in 2022? Is that what you're telling us? Yeah. So the way the market is going and the way the world is shifting, you're not going to get the best deal if you do it in 2022. And let me ask this, does that also have to do with the opportunity to where they're moving? Is it all connected? Yeah. So it's like in 2023, things are going to start evening out again. And then people are going to be out there looking to buy houses because the ground is going to feel solid under their feet again.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be a good opportunity, not only to sell, but then to see what's out there for yourself, because people will also be moving.
Right.
Yeah. Do you know where you're going?
Sort of. Our daughter's moving to Fort Collins from Windsor, and which was a shock to us. And most likely we would go back to Fort Collins, which is where we met and got married. But we've been in Windsor since the kids were little.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Marcus, it's so hard for him to get up and down our stairs, and that's where the shower is upstairs. So
yeah.
He's feeling the need to get out sooner. He had been willing to wait, but the other day he's like, I don't know how much longer I can stay here. It's just too hard. So
you know, you can get a portable shower on Amazon that you can just set up downstairs for him.
Have to look into that.
Yeah. Have you thought about going to New Mexico?
Yeah.
Because that's what I heard, New Mexico.
Really?
Yeah.
Because we love New Mexico. We love many parts of that state, but our kids, like Brett and Marianne, are moving to New Hampshire in January for Brett's job. He finally got promoted, and we're in Colorado. And like I said, Ashley's moving to Fort Collins, and she has a brand new baby. And I don't really want to be that far away from my granddaughter.
Yeah.
But
there's something about New Mexico. So maybe you just go there periodically or something.
Yeah.
But it feels like it's calling you energetically.
Mark feels a call to Arizona, but who knows?
Yeah. Well,
I'll have to trust. But I did not know
possibilities.
about portable showers. Thank you. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah. That's what a lot of the people who have vans do, because they don't want to take up all the space to put a shower in. So they get these portable showers. And some people even do, like, you get one of those, like a doggy pool, and they use that as the base. And then they just, put a thing up to hold the curtains, and, you run the water. You can do all of that portable. There's lots and lots of options. They even have like this little pop-up tent that you can do a shower in. So tons of things there. And that would solve his problem with the shower, and he'd feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Because it would be awful for him to have to deal with that until 2023.
Yeah. Have to figure out a place to set it up. But
well, the cool thing is it's portable. So you pop it up when you need it, and you take it down when you don't.
Down when we don't. Yeah. Well, thanks for the idea.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for being here.
Appreciate that. I love being here.
So glad you could be here. Your energy is so beautiful. Okay, Pam, you've been working with a mentor unblocking past trauma, stopping you from using your gifts. Will this be successful? And what will I be able to do in the future? Okay, so for Pam, is this an optimal situation working with this mentor? Yeah, it feels really good. Okay, so, oh, and what they're saying, Pam, is you don't have to wait until all the blocks are cleared to start moving forward with your future. You know, it's not one or the other. They can happen at the same time, because removing these blocks is like peeling the onion. It's layers. So that's a process that can take some time. Now, sometimes you'll hit on something that's like the root, and you'll get this domino effect where they'll all fall down at once. But usually it's a slower process. So don't hold off on pursuing whatever it is that your dream is, that thing that feeds your soul, until everything is cleared. Does that make sense?
It does. Thank you.
Is there anything else you want to ask about that?
Anything specific? Because I've got quite a few gifts that I'm told that I have.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you want to do? What feels good to you?
Right now, I don't have a plan.
Okay. So that part of that is figuring it out then, because again, your guides are not going to tell you what to do.
Right.
And yes, you have all these gifts, but Creator said, beautiful Pam, I gave you these gifts so you could decide what you want to do about it. Okay. It's never telling you what to do, because you're here having this beautiful experience in your own unique way, which feeds back to Creator. That's what we're all doing. So to put limits on us would defeat the purpose. We are unlimited. So let your imagination soar. What are all the things that you thought you might want to try? Dabble, dip your toe in the water, see what feels good. And it might take a while with that too, because you've got to test these things out, see what feels really good to you.
And wake them up. Thank you.
You're welcome. So keep us posted on how you're doing. Donita, your guides, do they have any messages? And you're considering working on a project with a friend in the future. Is this a good fit, and will it be successful? Okay, so for Donita, this project with a friend, is this an optimal choice at this time? Get a big yes on that, Donita. So is it highly likely that it will be successful? Yeah, it feels like there are some sticky bits along the way, but if you just keep applying yourself to it and trying to stay in the flow as much as possible, it has a really good feel to it energetically. So does that make sense? Does that help?
It does. And then are there just any general messages from my guides at this time for me to help me in my spiritual growth?
Okay. So for Donita, any specific messages to help her with her growth? I'm hearing the Mexican hat dance, and there's donkeys, and there's this beautiful big, what do they call those sombrero? There's this beautiful sombrero. People are tap dancing around it, and they're having fun. It's celebratory, Donita. So they're inviting you to lighten up, to have more fun, to go dancing. Just feel your body moving. Really get into that physicality, because it feels like maybe there's not enough physicality involved in your life right now. Too much.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. Does that help?
It does. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay. Janie asked, what are parallels? That is one of the soul tribes, Janie. So when we look to see the planet of origination, the soul tribe that I call it, parallel is one of the 22. And it comes from actually a parallel universe. So we don't know a whole lot about them, except they're rare. And they came here because Earth is a very different environment for them. And universal law on Earth is different from what it is in their dimension. So it's like they're a tourist on vacation, and they're coming here having this really different experience. So that's what parallels are. I hope that makes sense. Kelly, good morning. You're struggling with deciding to retire in March or to keep working. You're not finding anybody willing to do your job for your pay. You can get Social Security in March and keep working, but is that the best solution? Okay, so let's start with March. So is it optimal for Kelly to retire in March? Big yes on that, Kelly. It's like the dam is bursting and everything is coming forth. This is something that's been building for a long time to get out of there. You've been like a prisoner. Your energy's been trapped there where you couldn't fully express yourself. So getting out of there, really good. You were saying?
Oh, no, it's, yeah, I mean, that's kind of an eye-opening way of putting it. But yeah, I do kind of feel trapped because, like I say, nobody wants to do my job for my pay. And I'm feeling frustrated because I have this feeling of obligation to my team to not leave them dangling because of all of the things that I do for them. And I see other sections of our company who struggle because they don't have the same support that I give my group. And I don't want to see them go down that path, but I'm struggling with, is that my responsibility?
So you've got your soul in this tug of war, right? And is it really true that they can't get somebody for your pay, or that they can't pay more and get somebody? And P.S., that's not your problem. It's not your obligation unless you make it your obligation, in which case you're telling the universe, bring it on, baby. I want more obligation. You're creating that karma. Is that what you want to do?
No, and I've tried to explain to them, you're probably going to end up paying 2 full-time employees instead of just paying me more.
But that's not your problem. Let go of that. Those are cords holding you back. All that's important for Kelly is what's important for Kelly. You're getting a go-ahead. Yeah, get out of there. Let the dam burst so you can get on with your life. They'll deal with it when you're gone. The truth is, Kelly, no matter how vital any one employee is in a company, they always survive if that person leaves.
Oh, I know that. I know that. It's still going to be there. I just don't want to see him struggle, but I guess that's not my problem.
But you are depriving yourself of living and traveling on your soul path to help these people out of obligation, which again, that's the dam keeping you trapped, all the obligation, right? You've built that wall.
Here, yes, thank you.
Yeah, so, get the sledgehammer out, break it, get out of there.
Will do. Thank you so much.
Things your soul is itching to do, and you can't as long as you're trapped behind that dam.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, Jen, you want to...
Yeah, Kelly, I struggled with that. I retired a couple of years ago because my husband just needed me at home. And, everybody at school is saying, you can't leave. They'll not be able to find somebody like you, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I knew that, but you just have to move on with your life.
Yeah.
And yeah, the person that they found is kind of struggling a little bit, but she's young and she's learning. And when I look back, it's like, I was there 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And she'll find her sea legs, as Deborah would say. And she has a supportive team around her. And you can't put your life on hold forever while they find somebody. It's up to them to find somebody. Go fly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Because Kelly, your obligation is to Kelly. And if you won't put yourself first, nobody else will.
That's true. It's been a lifelong struggle.
Can I add something for Kelly?
Sure.
Danielle, another thing is you've created a really great foundation and you're opening up an opportunity for somebody else to grow. So if you look at it as like that you've created this great situation for now somebody else to come in and grow their soul in your position that you've, left. Now you can leave feeling good.
Thank you. That's a beautiful way to look at it.
Thanks, Danielle.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for being here, Kelly. Okay, let's see. Yolanda, Mike put his email in chat, so if you didn't already get that, go ahead and grab it. Debbie, any words of wisdom or advice for you and Dan? You see, hear, and get messages, but It's always wonderful to have someone else share them with you. Okay. So for Debbie and Dan, what do you have to share today? Oh, I'm shivering, Debbie. There's a theme coming on here. It's like, oh, those winds are blustery blowing, and it's like, oh, freezing fingers, and needing lots of layers to. So it's like, get ready, because that blast is coming, and it's not going to be fun, but you will survive. You will get through it. The two of you built this amazing foundation. So together you're going to come through that, but it's not going to be fun for a few months.
Yeah, it's cold. It is definitely.
Let's see if there's anything else they want to share besides that bad news. So anything light and uplifting you have to share with them? Oh, they're in a funny mood today. So I'm seeing Dan like a weightlifter taking his RV that he's working on and one-handed lifting it up and down. So it's like he's got this. He's so in his element. He's so in the flow that it's a piece of cake.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. He's going to be super busy. And that's what we're trying to figure out right now. We have one truck and a car. And so today's little thought is, do we get a second truck so that when I'm not needed working in the business, I can take the horse trailer and go riding next summer? So are there any insights on that?
Okay. So would it be an optimal choice for Debbie to get a second truck so that she could go riding? They're saying, sure, go for it if it would make you happy. Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, I'm hearing gray skies are going to clear up, put on a happy face.
And the thing is it is gray today. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But my confidence with riding has increased by tenfold in the last 3 months. And so I'm like, oh, I'm ready to go exploring again. I'm ready to go trail riding. I'm ready to go do that. But I feel like I can't because I don't have a pickup.
Yeah. So just like with Kelly, you've been dammed up for a long time, and now you're reaching out and you're stepping more into living your life joyfully for you. So yeah. Absolutely do that, because who knows what will come from that. Your idea of doing something therapeutically with the kids and the horses, maybe that's tied into it.
Maybe. Absolutely. All right. Love you, my friend. Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here.
Yep. Always.
All right. Epiphany, you have a question. Go ahead.
Hi, Deborah.
Hi.
So yeah, I have a question about attraction, like what I'm attracting in my life. So a couple months now, it's been that like I'm not my long-term relationship. We broke up, and it's a very positive thing. We were together for a really long time. But I found that like this person that I guess I attracted because they came up to me, another man, but it was like my ex, but 20 years ago. Like there were so many similarities, same name. And I'm just kind of like, why did I attract that?
Oh, I'm just getting like this neon sign flashing, repeating pattern.
But if I'm okay with the breakup, I feel good about it. I don't feel like I'm holding on to anything. So it's a repeating pattern. Okay, so how do I break this repeating pattern? Because I don't want to attract the same person into my life.
Yeah. So let's ask about that, because that's probably a past life issue.
Okay.
That's not been resolved, and that energy is there. That's why they keep coming to you.
Okay.
It's like a beacon, homing pigeons kind of thing. So for Epiphany, what can you tell us about attracting the same type of guy over and over? That is a past life? Yes. Okay. So tell us about the past life. So 22 past lives ago, you were a female. Okay. What else can you tell us? I'm seeing you're like this barmaid, and you're, very attractive and great figure. And so all the guys are constantly grabbing and mauling on you. And this quiet guy comes in, and it's like he is your water. He's your oasis. You just latch onto him as your savior. He's going to get you out of this hell that you're living in. But as it turns out, he's not really all that great. You know, he was putting on this facade. And so you got pulled into that because, like a drowning person, you're reaching for the life raft. So you latched onto him and now you're stuck with him. So tell us more about that. He was very controlling, nothing like what he presented himself to be, that quiet, kind facade that he put on. No, he wanted you under his thumb and he wanted to dictate to you everything that you did. Okay, but so why did that become a repeating pattern? There's a piece missing here. Was death involved with his story? Yeah, okay. You killed him. Yeah. So to escape, you had to kill him. That was how you got out of it. But that set up that karma. So let's ask another question. Is that same soul present in her life today? Okay. And is it someone that she's previously dated? No. Is that soul a female? Okay. And is it family? No. Is there a female that's been with you through all of this? Like a friend or somebody on the periphery?
Yeah, I have like, I don't have very many friends in my life, which is like another question, you know, for another time. But yes, I do have one person that's like my dearest friend. You know, I don't really consider us best friends because we don't like talk and we can't talk about like a bunch of stuff. You know, it's just she has her own issues or whatever. But yeah, she has been with me for over 20 years.
Okay, so is this woman the reincarnation of the man she killed? Yeah. So it's like by being in your circle, that energy is drawing these other people in, right?
I have to let her go.
Would it be a wise choice to let this woman go? Yeah. Yeah, if you want to get out of that energy, you want to get that out of your system, cut the cord.
How would I say that to that person though? You know, like they'd be like, well, what did I do? You know, like, or, I mean, this person like helped me raise my daughter, you know, like, yeah. I mean, she was really she's always been like a part of my life, even though we don't chat it up like every day or whatever. So how do you cut the cord on something like that with them being so in the dark? Like, I'm like, I wish she was on this call.
I know, that's a tough one. Does she have controlling energy?
She's a Capricorn.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Is that controlling energy?
Oh, they kind of are. Like they're very opinionated. They are very opinionated. But she's not controlling to me, you know. Like, if anything, she's just a good person to like, you know, that she's there if I need her, and you know.
Okay, so let me just probe a little bit more. So, what would be the optimal thing to do about this friend that would help her release this energy?
I mean, can we say the friend's name to really make sure that this is the person?
Yeah.
Melissa Crime.
Okay, so Melissa, is Melissa the reincarnation of the man she killed? Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so here's what I'm getting. So it's possible you can do a clearing and resolve the energy between you. You can cut that cord energetically. Right? Okay. See if that helps with the repeating pattern, because it's like there's karma to be resolved. And if it's not acknowledged, it's not resolved. So maybe, even though it sounds crazy, maybe you have a conversation with her and you say, I just learned we have this past life together. And, you know, I'm sorry that I killed you, you know, whatever you feel like saying. And
I think I'm going to have her watch this video when you post it.
Okay. Yeah, that might help. I mean, it's weird as all get out.
Yeah, it is really weird. And it's just so hard to be like, I have to, well, obviously she would work through this with me because she has a spiritual sense herself. Like she is actually like, you know, she's connected to her own gifts. Yeah. So maybe by bringing something like this up might, you know, jive something in that. I don't know, but okay, I'll do it though. Cause I don't want to lose her. You know what I mean? Like as far as, you know, cutting her off or something, it'd just be a great way. Maybe and resolving it would just cut it so I don't bring it with me to my next life.
Exactly. And free you up to have decent relationships.
Okay.
So what happens usually when we do these past life karma readings is that just learning the story starts to unwind the karma. You didn't know what it was. And she's not conscious of this. No, it's very deep and she doesn't know about it. So understanding that's going on, that might answer questions for her about things that she's felt.
She's in a messed up relationship herself. So
yeah.
Okay.
Well, it could be very helpful for her. And maybe the two of you together do a clearing ceremony, and you can bring in candles and incense and, you know, whatever you want, instruments even.
Yeah.
You really want to accent it. So you do a clearing and you make it yours, whatever feels right to you. Go with your gut on that.
Okay.
Like you can bring out a tambourine if you want, you know, drums, anything.
Okay. Interesting. So by staying connected to her, I'm bringing that energy in through men in my life because I'm attracted to men, you know. I mean, would it be the same if I were like attracted to women? Like I'd bring that same energy in? Doesn't matter what?
Yeah, it wouldn't matter about sex. It's the energy.
It's the energy. So that's why I'm attracting that to me. Okay.
Yeah. It's like you're wearing this medallion.
Yeah.
That's calling out to that type of person.
Okay.
And it's being fueled, powered up because she's there in the vicinity.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it's not like she's wishing you harm.
No, yeah.
That karma is there. You know, so you take that medallion and you smash it.
Okay.
You don't need it anymore.
Got it.
Sweep
I don't
it
need
away.
that saving. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I have a similar thing too, where like I attract Leos into my life. And they don't stay. It's really weird. Like all the people I attract into my life all the friends aspect are Leos. Like it's really weird, but they don't stay. Like they don't stay around very long. And it's like, you know, you start the friendship and it's going for a couple months and then it just kind of fizzles. And I never understood why Leos, like, and that's probably another thing of like something happened where like that Leo energy.
Yeah. And for everybody who's listening, what's important about the story you're telling is you're noticing this thing that keeps coming up. That's a repeating pattern. Whenever you identify a repeating pattern, that's a clue you need to do something about it. Otherwise, it's going to keep repeating. That's what they do.
That's why I'm here.
Until you resolve that karma. Yeah. So that's awesome.
You're helping me to, you're my conduit for me to understand where it's coming from, because I don't know. And so I thank you so much for doing this and for being here and for showing me the way. So now I can go and do the work to clear it.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear how it goes.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like I said, I'm going to have her watch the video and we'll like maybe, because she's not in the same city, but we could do it remotely. And then yeah, I want to resolve this because I want love in my life again, but I don't want the same kind of love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So do you have anything to say about the Leo thing, or is it just the same? Are we just in the same context of?
Well, let's ask if it's connected to the same story.
Okay. Okay, cool. Thank you.
The Leo attraction, is that connected to this past life trauma with the man? No, something else. Did it come after? Yeah, it was something that came after. So in a way it's connected because that energy went forth and it led to you having whatever this other story is with the Leo. And that's too much to do right now, but deal with one at a time, right? And you could find that whatever that connection is, the catalyst that went from one to the other, that by clearing the original, the Leo thing goes away. That's possible. So be open to that happening.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm down for being friends with Leos. I just don't know what that whole like why they come and then fizzle away, you know? So is it me? Is it them? So yeah, I'm going to go to the root of what we just talked about and just see how the whole Leo thing transpires. So yeah, I will let you know. And just I don't want to keep you very long, but the last time I was on here, we talked about a past life of my second chakra and sexual abuse. Well, I was able to work through that. Like I did some energetic clearing with some, help from our galactic council. And we've been really working through that. So I thank you so much for opening my eyes to what was going on. So I was able to start to clear that out of my life.
Oh, thank you for sharing
Yeah,
that.
thank you so much.
Yeah,
Love you.
Thank you. Okay, Darielle, welcome. Should you change the title of your book, The Thriving Code, to The Healer's Energy and Protection Guide and relaunch in January? Okay, so would it be an optimal choice for Darielle to change the name of her book? Yes. And the new title that she's chosen, is that an optimal choice? Yeah, it's way better. And I can just tell you, from publishing books and researching keywords, Darielle, that second choice is way better from a keyword perspective. Now, do you have a series name on your book?
Don't. I'm thinking of calling it my website is Energy First Aid, and I'm thinking of calling it the Energy First Aid series.
Okay, the reason I ask is because even if it's not a series, even if it's just one book, take
Correct.
advantage of putting a series in there because it gives you another shot at keywords.
Okay. In that vein, then would it be beneficial also to change the cover of the book from what I have now on it?
Well, you're going to have to change it because of the words, but let's ask if the image, the graphic background needs to change.
Correct.
So would it be optimal to put a new cover? Yeah. With
Okay.
a different image, different graphics? Yeah. Yeah, redo the whole thing, make it look like it's new. You can still keep your ISBN unless you do a new edition. But you can change the cover and the title without doing a new edition.
Oh, really? Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
So, okay, so when you're saying, okay, I will look into that about the series part of it. That's just sort of the author information.
Wait a minute. I think I'm wrong about that. I think if you change the title, yeah, the title sticks. You have to do a new ISBN.
That's all right. I have 10 of them.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I was
no worries.
I know you can add the series without doing the new ISBN, but the title's a whole different thing because it is tied to the title. So yeah, that would be a change. But
right, and then
it's an optimal choice to change it.
Okay. All righty. Lovely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
And let's see. Peggy says you're a therapist, and it sounds like you might be suffering from PTSD after your... Okay, so this is to you, Peggy, from Becky. She's saying she's a therapist, and it sounds like you might be suffering with PTSD from your accident and the other difficulties you're experiencing in your life. So it might be wise to talk with somebody, a therapist, yeah. And because you're going through so much right now, it would be great not to do it alone. So thank you for sharing that, Becky. Rachel Heinstein, do my guides have a general message for me? Okay, so for Rachel H, what do you have to share with her today? Seem like these inky dark waters. Okay, so what's that about? Okay, so it's choppy water like the ocean. Yeah, and there you are, you're like in this little rowboat and you're being kind of pushed around by these choppy waves. And I'm feeling a little anxiety, a little trepidation. So is there some kind of a decision that you've been mulling over and you're kind of stuck and you don't know what to do? Is that what this is about, Rachel?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of wishy-washy kind of, I don't know how to proceed in my spiritual. I do speak to my guides and I do get wonderful answers, but I doubt. I keep on doubting, you know, and
that's very common.
It's very common.
Yeah. So ask a specific question and I'll ask your guides for you.
Specific question. What should I do about removing this block?
Well, can you ask about a specific choice that you're trying to make so we can get you that answer?
I'm kind of a little confused, you know, about it. I would have liked to have ultimately, you know, just hear or see or, you know, just go above that, you know, that, I mean, I do get the cognitive, I get the answers by images, by words. You know, I speak Hebrew, so I hear, you know, idioms that I haven't even visited for 60 years. And I'm really surprised, you know, and they just blow my mind. But at the same time, you know, I really would like to have a little bit more than that.
Yeah,
and I don't know how to get there.
That's your ego holding you back, telling you that you're making things up. And the only way to get past that is to take a leap of faith. And when they give you some kind of guidance, go do it. Don't question whether it's real or not. Just go do it and see what happens. Once you start doing that, you take those baby steps of, okay, I'm going to trust you. I'm in this little rowboat and I know you're going to protect me. Just start doing that. And then it gets easier and easier to hear them. Now, you might want to, if you haven't already, get my book, The Path to Hearing Angels and Guides.
I did, and I read the first book, and I haven't started the meditation, but I do meditate, but I haven't started that challenge per se.
Do that specific challenge because it will help you to put aside the ego voice and the lack of confidence. It's amazing. It's very magical what Metatron created there.
You're right. It's a lot of ego stands me.
Yeah.
You know.
It always is.
Yeah.
Because we weren't trained how to hear our angels and guides. So we have to get over ourselves, take that leap of faith, take whatever they're sharing with us and act upon it. And once you do that and you see that it works out, then it's easier to take their advice the next time. So baby steps and be kind.
Okay. But I have a little question. Can you answer me that? I saw when I was 6 years old, a real angelic form, you know, and I got really, really scared. I would have liked to know if this was my guide, one of my guides.
So when Rachel was 6, this being who showed up, was that an angel? It was an angel. And is it one of Rachel's specific guides? It was an archangel. So it's your guide, but it's a lot of other people. So it's not your private guide is what I was trying to get at, because you have an inner circle of guides that are just yours. So this was an archangel. Do you want to identify yourself for her? I'm getting Jophiel, Jophiel, I think it's spelled. So you might want to look up that archangel and see what you can learn about them.
Jophiel?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you again.
Yeah, you're so welcome. So Tulene, you have another question. Let me get through all the ones that are the first time, and then I'll come back around. Dee had to go. She says, thank you. Have a great day, everybody. Warrior Girl, hey, everybody. Do you have oh, here you are. Warrior Girl asked, does Archangel Michael have a message for me? I could use some help right now. It's been rough going. Please, thank you. Yeah, let's ask. So, Archangel Michael, what do you want to share with Warrior Girl today? She's having a rough time. He's holding out his arms and just inviting you to come in for an embrace. So he's holding you very tightly. You can just feel that love and that warmth permeating through your entire being. And some tears are coming because it's very emotional being embraced by Archangel Michael and feeling, oh, those muscled arms and all that strength and confidence that he represents. And he wants to imbue you with that strength and confidence. He's saying, you have this within you. It's there. And when you need help expressing it, just reach out your hand and I'll be here to help you. Does that make sense? Is she here, Warrior Girl? Are you here?
Yes. Hi, Deborah. Thank you so much.
Does that
I
help?
really use the hugs. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else you want to ask about that?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. So just know he will be there embracing you, holding you up. Call frequently.
Thank you.
It doesn't matter that he's an archangel and he serves others. They can multitask like crazy. That's part of their gift.
Thank you so much.
So you take as much as you need. Okay?
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Have a great holiday, everyone.
You too.
Thank you. Namaste.
Maya, you have a question?
Yes, thank you, Deborah.
Hi.
It's my first time here, and I'm really glad to be here. And so I would like to ask if in this lifetime I was sexually abused by one of my family.
In this lifetime?
Yeah.
Okay. So for Maya, was she sexually abused by a family member in this lifetime? I get a no on that. Do you not remember? Is that why it's coming up?
Yeah, I'm working in this year with a mentor, and this thing come up because with my ex, I get this. Remember now that when we were in bed together, suddenly I see his face changing to my sister's father, and it happened many times.
Okay.
And this memory came up to me this week.
All right. So was she sexually abused or molested in this lifetime by anybody? I get a yes on that. So what age was she when this happened? I'm just narrowing down the number. Hang on. Somewhere around 23 is what I'm getting. And so you're saying
around what? Say again.
Around 23, somewhere in that area. So she's blocked.
23.
Yeah.
I'm 19 years old right now.
Okay. So are you saying this is a past life then? Okay.
I don't know, because
yeah, I'm asking your guides. So
what?
I'm asking them. So it's a past life thing. And this person's face that you see, you said it's your brother-in-law?
No, my father's sister. Her name is Michal.
Nihal. Okay.
Michal.
So, Nicole.
Michal. I'll write it.
Oh, it's okay. It's close enough. So
thank you.
Is there a past life connection to this woman? Yeah. Okay. So that's why it's coming up. So what can you tell us about this that will help her? Yeah, I'm getting 13 past lives ago. And was she a female in that lifetime? Yeah, you were a female in that lifetime. So I'm seeing this picture of this very dark man. And it's like you were just grabbed off the street and pulled into an alley and abused. So
with my ponytail, did he grab me?
You were grabbed off the street. So you were walking down, and I'm seeing like this cobblestone street and brick buildings. So, you know, it was one of those kind that lurk in the alleyways, and they attack and you know, pull you off the street into the alley. But why is that still showing up now? Because there's got to be more than that. Was this somebody she knew? No, it was a stranger. But it was one of those serial rapists, you know? So there were many victims. It wasn't just you. So there was a lot of energy attached to that. That's why, Maya. If it had been a simple assault, and not that they're, you know, to trivialize them, but if it had just been you, as opposed to somebody who's a serial rapist, and you are now part of this group collective energy of all these women who were attacked, that made it more powerful, and that brought it forward. So it's still there to be resolved, that fear that you're not even safe walking down the street. You know, that gets into your DNA, and that needs to be resolved. So there was some victim energy that would have made you susceptible to this. So it goes back even deeper than that, probably deeper than we can do right now. But just know it is connected to a past life experience. So if you pray or you speak to your angels, talk to them about this. Ask them for help in releasing that energy so that you are no longer haunted by that phase. Because you can do that. You have the right to do that. Tell them you want that to go away and to not be there again. Also, this is what I'm hearing. Call upon your team of angels to stand with you when you sleep, to keep those experiences away from you, to protect you while you sleep. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. And I would like to ask, why did I see my father's sisters when I was with my ex in the bed, you know? The face like changing.
Yeah. It's because that's the reincarnation of the person who attacked you. There's that energy there. So it's the victim energy that you're still being victimized by it.
Yeah, so it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. This like her energy. Okay.
Yeah, it needs to be cleared. You know, as long as that energy is there. And she's probably not consciously aware of this. You know, she might have some weird feelings about you and not know why. But it's something that's karma that's got to be resolved. It's a weird way.
Like when I was a kid, I always so scared to be with her alone because I felt like she's gonna fall in love with me, you know?
Yeah, that's what you were picking up on, that old energy. But you can totally clear it. It can be gone.
Okay.
You have to, you know, intentionally let it go. Don't pull it back in again. You know, we sometimes do that. We say we want this gone, but then it's like a scab. We go back and pick at it and then it can't heal. So you want to do a clearing where you intentionally release it. Ask your angels to help you release it so that it doesn't come back, so that you don't see her anymore when you're in bed. That needs to go away. You can be free of that.
Okay. Thank you so much, Deborah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Susan, you got some questions. Go ahead.
Hi, Deborah.
Hi.
The first one is, can our team poke us, or can angels poke us?
Poke you?
Physically
yeah,
poke.
They can physically connect with you, sure.
Because a week ago today, I was resting, and I live alone. I have no animals. I'm all by myself, and something. It was like a finger stuck it into my back shoulder. And so I'd like to know if I was actually poked by my team or an angel or something.
Okay. So when Susan was sleeping and she got poked, was that an angel? Yeah, it was an angel. Was it part of her inner team? Yeah. So it's that inner circle that you have with you all the time that are yours and nobody else's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So was there something that they wanted to communicate with her because they were just trying to wake her up? No, it wasn't. It wasn't just that, because they know you need your sleep. So what were they trying to share with her? Oh, it was just to reassure you that they're there all the time, even when you're sleeping, because you've asked them to be with you when you're sleeping.
Yes, yes.
They want you to know this, a physical expression.
Yeah.
That you can take it to the bank, trust that they really are there.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It was incredible. I was really stunned by it.
Goosebumps, right?
Yeah. And the other thing I want to ask is, I saw an x-ray that my chiropractor took of my neck, and it looks like my neck was shoved down into my shoulders. It looks really painful. I now understand why I feel the pain that I do, because it's like my neck is pushed down into my shoulders. And I'm wondering if that is that just from this lifetime, or does that have something to do with a past lifetime?
Before I ask that question, what's coming up for me is, does it feel to you in your gut like it was an injury, like it was pushed down, Or does it feel like it's kind of, your frame is collapsing and it's collapsing down in?
I feel like it was pushed down.
Okay. So even if it was energetically, that's what it feels
Yeah.
like to you. Okay.
Yeah.
So this neck injury that Susan has seen on the x-ray, is that a present life issue? No, it's definitely past life. So is it an injury she had in a past life? Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, we can manifest things in the present based upon things that have happened to us in the past. So it's more, it's like breadcrumbs, right? It's to get your attention that this is something that needs dealt with. And did you get the email I sent you last night?
Yes, I did. And I replied.
Okay, great. I haven't seen that yet. So I will add that to what I'm working on.
Okay.
Because it will make sense in the context of this other information that I'm researching for you.
Yeah, because in that August video, which I typed that into the email for you. You asked.
Oh, great. Thank you.
What video?
Uh-huh.
I just re-listened to it after I got your email, and you said that you think my throat had been slit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if, I don't know if it's the same incident, but maybe it could be, maybe we could find out sometime if that's the same incident.
It's two different incidents. So
it's two different incidents.
The guy that was haunting you when you were sleeping.
Yeah.
After the original one that I found. So there might be a connection between the two. I haven't worked that part of it out yet.
Yeah.
But I got more of the story about the originating incident. So that's going to be really important.
Okay, great. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Sorry it's taken so long, but every time
it's okay.
Like there was a block there. Maybe there was a reason it needed to wait. I don't know.
Right.
So I'm still probing for more.
It's okay. And does my team have anything they want me to know today?
Okay. Is there anything you want to share with Susan today? Okay, so what? They're saying yes, but not what it is. Oh, they're singing you a lullaby. They're singing you Brahms. Oh, it's so beautiful. Yeah. So rest, sleep, be at peace. Know that we are on the job. Answers are coming.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah. So I don't know if you have a recording of Brahms' lullaby, but I'll bet you can find one. Maybe
I can
play that when you go to sleep tonight.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, right.
And just know that it's an angel song sent to you.
That's lovely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Oh, so Janny wrote about Archangel Jophiel. It's a wonderful angel. He is the angel for beauty, to help you see beauty in everything. Angel of artists, very playful and cheerful, nothing to be afraid of. Awesome. Thank you, Janny. I appreciate that. Okay, and it looks like Warrior Girl was saying to Maya something about between 2 and 3 years old. So she's feeling something happened to you between 2 and 3 years old. Okay. Yeah, and you're getting lots of love and hugs and positive energy from everybody here. So just know we're all holding you up to the light, Maya, to be healed. Warrior Girl says it's beautiful, a lullaby from heaven. Yeah, it's so lovely when they do that. Okay, so I think there was somebody that had asked a second question that I passed by. Oh, Tulene, you had another question. Go ahead. And we have a few more minutes, so if anybody else has a question, be sure you get it in there because I'm at the bottom.
Hello again, Deborah.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. So I'm trying to lose weight. Not all my life, but especially the last few years, I suddenly start to gain, immense amount of weight. And I have been working on it. I found some traumas attached to it. I did my best to work on them and work on myself also. But somehow there's still not movement. I know I need to move physically more and this or that, but I just don't feel like going into that path somehow. And I really want to know what that is. I really want to get rid of this excess weight that I have because it's pulling me down physically, because I'm actually an active person. but it's stopping me. I don't feel like, I'm enjoying things this way.
So let's ask, is it a third dimensional issue for Tulene? This weight, is it third dimensional, something physical? It feels like it's hormonal. Have you seen a doctor to get your hormones checked to see if you're balanced?
Yeah, I had problems with my hormones before, like excess menstrual bleeding, and so I had that, and yeah, I have it. I can also, I know it from my skin also, it's showing up. And is there anything I can do to, heal, balance my hormones? Because I tried many things, changed my diet before, and yeah. Is there anything I can do?
Let's see if they have anything to say about that. So for Tulene, what can you tell her? Is there any guidance to balance her hormones? Yeah, I'm getting, go through the medical establishment first to see what they can do to make sure that all of that is taken care of. Meanwhile, you can still do your clearings and things. And I can just tell you, in the research that I've done, because I'm always researching diets and stuff, there is this lady on YouTube that you should check out. She's called Steak and Butter Gal, who had all these hormone issues, skin breaking out, lots of problems. She had been vegan for many years and turned out it nearly killed her. She ended up switching to a carnivore diet, so meat. Her skin is beautiful. It's glowing. She's lost weight without doing a lot of exercise. It's incredible the transformation she's had. Now, I don't know if that's an answer for you because it's a very individual thing, but her story is just so extraordinary. And maybe there's a breadcrumb there that will help you.
I'm a vegetarian, and eating meat is really not an option for me because even when I look at it, I don't have the connection anymore. It just happened naturally, and I loved meat before, and I didn't even do anything to change it. I'm not pushing myself to be vegetarian or vegan. It's just, but I'll check her out. Thank you.
Yeah, listen to what she says, because, she was vegan. I mean, she was really doing it at the extreme, and it just was not right for her body.
Yeah.
Because our bodies, depending on our genetic makeup, need different things. Some people can thrive being vegan, but not everybody can.
Yeah. Can I ask one more question related to that? So, of course, I'm just asking for myself, and everyone's opinion is different on this topic. But, when people go vegan or vegetarian, is there a real ego included in that somehow? Like, how can I ask that? Like, are we doing it out of egotistical reasons without knowing that it's our ego? Like, oh, I'm not eating animals, I'm connected to them, we're all one, and we're a part of this whole collective together with them, and eating them just is wrong.
It's kind of a misnomer, because if you're going to go down that path, then you would not be eating anything, because plants have consciousness.
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay, why are you eating plants? When you come back down to the truth of the matter, Creator gave us all of these foods. The animals were given for the intention that we would consume them. They know that. They're okay with that. That's part of their journey. Some will be consumed and some won't. So that whole thing about, we can't eat anything with a face. You can go that way if you want. It may not be the best choice for you. Yeah. But from a spiritual perspective, they don't care. I asked them about that, and it's like, we don't judge you for that. This is given to you for your nourishment. Eat it or don't eat it. It's up to you.
Because I had teachers, and she was a Buddhist, of course, Dalai Lama student, and I've been working with her for a long time now. And yeah, for them, it's karma. Eating them is karma. And I don't know if it happened. I went vegetarian before meeting her. I don't think it's really connected to that, but it's like it might have been building a pressure on me. Like, it is karma, and I don't even eat anything that touched, even broth. Nothing. It's extreme, and yeah. And
if you were
the
going to
recent,
take that to
yeah,
the extreme, you would be living on air.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that's
Exactly.
not what Creator intended for you. So it's not about telling people what they can or cannot eat.
Yeah.
There's no judgment on that. You take what your body needs and don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. So it's not really an issue, like eating.
Metatron says it's not, and I believe Metatron, so that's what I'm
Oh.
sharing with you.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Kisses, hugs, everyone, and Merry Christmas in advance. Enjoy your holidays, everyone.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. Janny, you had another question. What do your guides have to say to you today? Okay, so for Janny, is there anything else you want to share with her today? Oh, nuzzles and hugs and kisses. I'm just getting, your angels are blowing you kisses and holding out their arms and saying, you know, come on in. We're here to embrace you whenever you need it. So in those times where you really feel low and you're struggling, go into your meditation, invite your angels to come and just encircle you, hold you in their arms, fill you with love and light, and know that that's like your own personal vital force energy filling station. You can go and fill yourself up to overflowing as many times as often as you need. It's there for you always. So take advantage of it. They want you to. They're saying, hey, we're just twiddling our thumbs over here. Happy to come and give you some love and light.
Thank you.
Does that help?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Natalia, do the guides have a general message? Okay, so for Natalia, is there anything you want to share with her? They're saying, stop worrying so much. You really are worrying way too much and it's weighing you down. But more than that, Natalia, it's like putting a veil over your eyes and you don't have clarity because of all that worry, all the what ifs and, you know, this might happen or that might happen. That is like weighing you down like this big weight on your chest. I can really feel it pushing you down. Let it go. Stop engaging with those thoughts because thoughts becomes things. And then it does weigh you down and then it does block you. So just let go of all that. Focus on the joy of the moment, the gratitude for the abundance that you have, and look forward with delight and anticipation for that you're creating, all those new wonderful things that they're bringing into your life. So let go of the worry. That's the big message.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Cap, you have another question? Go ahead.
Yeah, I often feel this very loving, reassuring presence around me, especially when I'm really scared.
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes feel it's Archangel Michael. Am I right about that?
Okay. Is it you, Michael, that's coming to Cap when she's feeling scared? He says, you bet your sweet Bippy. And he's bringing friends. It's not just him. They're all coming together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything he wants to tell me today?
Okay. So, Michael, do you have a message for Cap? Lean on me. Now I'm hearing the song Lean on Me.
Okay.
Play that song when you're feeling down and remember it's Archangel Michael telling you to lean on him.
Yes. Yes.
Take
Thank
strength
you.
from that.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
All right.
Warrior Girl, you've got a question for Spirit. Each of your adult sons are going through hard times and you're wondering if it's your fault. Did you do something wrong raising them or is that your ego? Okay, so for Warrior Girl, what is going on with her sons? Is this connected to her? They're saying you stop that right now. They are adults. They are responsible for their own decisions. You did the best you could for them. Now it's up to them to take that raw material and to craft the life that they choose out of it. So if you get into that doubt, and it is egoic, yes, and you take that responsibility, you're creating more negative karma for yourself, which you don't want to do. But it's also stealing the joy from your life, and it will have a negative ripple effect on your sons as well as you. It's creating that independent negative thought form that keeps you all connected, and then it's drawing energy from you like a vampire. Let that crap go. It's not yours to carry unless you choose to, which why would you want to? Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you so very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. And you feel the same way about vegans and vegetarians. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy to share that message because that's the truth that's been shared with me. And, you know, we'll just share it with everybody else. And those who need to hear it will hear it.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Sydney, any guide help for you? Okay. So for Sydney, is there any guidance you want to share with her today? They're saying, stop being so down on yourself. Speak loving words to Sydney. Speak encouraging words like you would if you were your best friend. If you were your own best friend, what would you say to yourself? Start doing that. Pay attention to the words you say to yourself because that's holding you back from stepping into that dream that you have, right? Every time you speak those unkind words to yourself or words that express doubt that you really can do what your dream says you can do, it's holding you back. It's like adding another rock on top of the pile that's holding you down. So it's time to throw those rocks off. You don't have to carry them. Instead, speak loving, uplifting words to yourself. Tell yourself you're proud, that you love yourself. You know you can do it. Together, you, your soul, your ego, your higher self, all the aspects of you together are going to create this amazing life that you've long dreamed of. It's your time. So just more lightness of being and belief in yourself.
Thank you so much. That's extremely helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Joanne, okay. You want to ask about seeing the numbers? No, not next time. If you're still here, you can ask. What do you want to ask about the numbers?
I just thought it was, you know, I don't want to infringe too much on your time, but it was the series, the way it came up. I think it was 555 and then 333 and then 222. No, actually, I think it was 333 first and then 222 and 555. But they were like within 15 or 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, I see recurring numbers all the time, but it was just that combination came up all at once.
Yeah, it's like a flashing neon sign to get your attention. Because they've done it before, but you haven't really dug into it to find out what it's about. So anytime you see that, go look up the symbolism. And then when you put those numbers together, put that sequence together, you said 5s and 2s?
It started with 333. I see 333 a lot. I see 444 a lot. I see 1111 constantly. But that day it was 333, 222, and 555.
Yeah, so you could, I don't think you're going to find that number on the list that people have, but you could probably find the 325 or 352 sequence. See what that combination has to say for you. Maybe that's what you're missing. Yeah. But always look it up, because even if you've looked that number up before, you'll see different things about it. The next time you read it, something else will jump out at you because you're ready to hear it now. But they're doing that like those repeating patterns. It keeps coming up because you're not doing something about it. You're not taking the action. And bless their hearts, they are going to keep doing that until you take some action.
I don't know what to do. Like, I mean, I read it, but I'm not getting it. So
then you go back to them and say, okay, I get it. This is what 5 is about, but what am I supposed to do about it? Show me what I'm supposed to do about it. So let me just ask quickly right now, is there something specific you want to share with Joanne about action she needs to take? Calm and steady, those are the words that are coming up. So this is about lack of confidence in yourself. It's like, okay, this is weird. So it's like you're a blind person, they're saying, and they're holding your hands and they're leading you down this narrow hallway. And you're nervous because you're afraid you're going to bump into the walls. And they're saying, no, Joanne, we've got you. We're going to lead you down perfectly the center so that you will get through without injury. You will come out the other side. and we will lift you up onto more wonderful, glorious experiences. So it's you stepping over that threshold, trusting them, allowing them to guide you. You don't have to do it all by yourself. There's kind of that independent feeling like, I got this, I can do it, I don't need your help. And they're saying, why would you turn us down when we're right here offering to guide you? That they don't understand that. So they keep sending you these messages. It's like, hello, we're here. Please take advantage of our help. Does that make sense?
Yeah. My confidence was zapped when my vision faded.
Yeah,
and
exactly. And that's why they said the word blind. I hesitated to say that, but it was clear they wanted me to. Let's just call it what it is. Let's not ignore the elephant in the room, right? So yeah, on the one hand, you had one of your senses impacted negatively, but on the other hand, they're going to pick up the slack and help you. So you've actually got more going for you than you did before. They're going to help you fill in the gaps. So just move forward in confidence and joy with that knowing that you can do it, trusting them. It's about you building more trust.
Yep, that's an issue.
Yeah. Baby steps. Just keep moving forward. They got you.
Thanks.
Yeah. And even down to Joanne not wanting to ask the question earlier. Ask. It's like one of my coaches said a long time ago, you know, when you're at one of these events and people are going to the microphone to ask their question, be the first person at the microphone. Have confidence in yourself, right?
Yeah. Actually, I had forgotten about it. It was something that somebody had said that triggered the memory.
Okay.
But yeah. Cool.
Yeah, but
Thank
you're
you.
here and you should ask whatever you want to ask. Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome. And Warrior Girl is telling you, check out the angel numbers on mojan.com.
Yeah, I got that message.
Okay.
I've actually got it up, so I'm going to go look
Great.
at it after.
Yeah, and the one I like to use is Joanne's Sacred Scribes, because they've got all those numbers.
I think you sent me that too.
Yeah, probably did. Yeah, because that's my go-to. So Warrior Girl says, bless your heart. Thank you. Happy holidays, everybody. Okay. So I don't see any more questions here. I think we're complete. Thank you all for being here. Let's just take a moment and bring the energy down as we send you out on your day. So just close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths, center yourself. Feel your connection with Mother Earth because she needs us to be connected to her now more than ever. Let's share that strength with her. As she gives to us, we give to her our love and our support in whatever way we can. And then we reach up and we connect with divine, with our angels. And we allow that energy to flow through us from the top to the bottom, all the way up into the heavens and to the center of the earth. We are that connected to all that is. All we need to do is ask. Whatever we need will be brought to us. And it will be brought to us in far greater abundance than we might have even thought to ask, because we are always so deeply taken care of, loved, supported, and blessed. And just know as we move into these solstice energies and we feel that ground maybe quaking below our feet, trust and reach up for support. It's there. Know that you are building your muscles each and every day to be stronger so that when that day of challenge and trial comes, you will be ready for it. You will have conditioned your sea legs so that you can withstand whatever those winds are that threaten to blow you down. And you will not be standing alone. You will be standing arm in arm with all of the light workers of the world, with the angels, with the guides, with Creator, all together, gathered to bring forth Earthtopia so that we can all heave a collective sigh of relief that we made it. We converted into that new dimension of energy. We have ascended, and we are ready now to embrace all the joy and the delight that this new reality has to share with us. Thank you for all of that beauty that you share with us each and every day. Thank you for helping us through the trials and tribulations. Thank you for bringing the joy and the abundance to us so magnificently and magnanimously. With all of our love to you and from you to us. Thank you all for being here. And now go and enjoy your beautiful weekend and all that life has to share with you. Live with gusto and live with joy and peace. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessings to all of you. See you next month. Bye.